So I've been working in the public service for 35 years, and I made a really senior role, and I'd had a really intense first year in that role, and I mean really hard work. And at the same time, I was, I guess my kids are grown up and stuff, but my mum got Alzheimer's and was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And it was just before Christmas, I remember, and I was starting to think about it and starting to Google, I've got to do something. I'm getting older. My birthday's in January. I'm 55. Like, I feel like I've got to do something. I'm not strong. I'm starting to notice that my balance isn't good, that sort of thing. So after a year of doing the strength training, or the PT sessions, as you call them, um, definitely stronger, less flab, and better balance, which obviously test in the sessions because I can I can feel myself having a stronger core and being able to kind of hold myself in certain positions and stuff like that. That makes me feel good because I'm watching my mother in her old age. And I must admit, she did a lot of seniors exercises, so she's pretty good physically. But I'm very conscious of the importance of it, and how falls can kind of bring you undone. And so, that for me is really a rewarding feeling. Mentally, I think I would not be overstating it to say that this routine of the exercise has been critical for me as my mother's health has worsened and I've had to do more. And so my life's pretty intense. But this little, hour twice a week with you guys is really, really important to me. Important investment in me. And a Facebook thing popped up for you guys. And I'd reached out to a few things at the same time. What I got to say about you, Rob, is that you responded. You responded and you responded in person. And so immediately there was a connection and a discussion about me and where I was at. And that's kind of characterised my whole experience. It's been about 18 months, my whole experience with you and Mitch and the team, right? That's what it's been about. It's been about understanding me and being prepared and ready to adjust to what I need. And, I love the way you just check in because our lives do change, right? Like we've just been talking, you and I, about the phases in my life in the next 6 months and what I might, be able to do. So that's kind of the experience of starting off with you. And I mean, it's modest progress, right? I've been able to stick at the sort of PT sessions for a whole year. I feel really proud about that because I'm not someone who sticks at exercise. So there's this accountability element, but it's also so social and a pleasure. Like I can only do the 6 a.m. classes twice a week, but I kind of look forward to them because it's going to be personable. There's a bit of banter goes on between us in the group every morning, and there's some encouragement to get through. What exercises that extend us, like not impossible to do. You can see that they're about balance and about building strength, and you can kind of pick your level in it. And there's always suggestions, from you and Mitch, like, it's sort of like, oh, this is week 2, so you could think about upping the kilos on that exercise, or if you want to make this a bit harder, you could do this if it's feeling too easy. And I particularly love how, even though it's online, you're watching us and then, you're guiding us because, we do stuff wrong, right? Like if you read about an exercise, you forget that your back should be sort of straight or your bum out or whatever it might be. And so having that live feedback, it's just fantastic. I would say that the investment is worth every cent. That it is. I've had gym memberships where I've not gone, where I've not connected with what I was, and I've even had personal trainers and stuff and had, times where I've tried to sort of set up similarly a thing. The thing I love about this is that the pricing is reasonable. The service is whatever you want from it, and there's a lot of variation available. It's personalised, and it's in your lounge room. So kind of all the reasons why it might fall apart in a busy life are taken away. And yeah, and it comes at just the right time of your life. The other thing I'd say is that you and your team have knowledge about the needs of people sort of 40s, 50s, 60s, and the way you interact with, I see it in the groups, right? And with myself, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you care about people who are aging and who are feeling the need to invest in themselves at that time of their life, and your knowledge about it. It's really, really impressive.